And you're all very welcome here to Kenny Park in Athenry for the Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-final. It's Beagh versus Kinvara and the local derby.
Local derby in Ireland, you know, it's going to be super conditions, tight game, and the two teams showing in fairness a lot of good form now. Beagh have been very, very strong, a lot of senior experience in the past couple of years. Kinvara had a very good run last year, went all the way to the final against Teen Aberdeenary. Youthful team, lots of experience as well too, with the likes of Conor Whelan, a serious forward of his calibre, so it's got the makings of a good game.
And I suppose at the start of the year, if you were doing the rating, so to speak, Beagh were the team that came down, Kinvara were the team who got to the county final, so they'd be 1 and 2 in that order.
They will be, and it's kind of seemed to true to form as well too. You've got Immediate Aircourt as well there too that have qualified for the semi-final. You know, consistently strong teams at intermediate grade in the past couple of years. So look, it's kind of going true to form, I suppose, as you said. But look, conditions are excellent. The pitch is in great condition here as well too. So it's really making for a game that's going to be hard to call, because if both teams kind of click into gear, Beagh has more experience, Kinvara has more youth. You know, they're both relying on those kind of facets for each other. Definitely should be a good game, Niall.
And interestingly, there's 2 All-Ireland winners, one on either side, Adrian Toohey and Conor Whelan. If they match up together, that could have a big bearing in the game.
Should be a massive clash. Or, you know, are they going to sacrifice Adrian Toohey's position at 6? Are they going to kind of take him from that, where he's kind of been the mainstay of the defence all year? Are they going to kind of release him to specifically pick up Conor Whelan? Maybe might just probably settle into the game first, see where he kind of Conor Whelan falls and lines out, and depends on his influence. Then from there, they might have to make a few changes to kind of curb that kind of scores if they're coming from Conor Whelan specifically. Finally,
you mentioned the conditions. Beautiful day here in Kenny Park and tonight. The pitch is in resplendent condition. It should be a good one.
Considering the rain we had now Niall overnight and this morning as well too, it's really cleared up to a super day. So, you know, the pitch really well there, walking the underfoot conditions. They don't seem too slippy so far. Plenty grass, ideal conditions now, so it's all to play for.
Thanks for your views, Andy. The game throws in at 12 noon. It's Beagh versus Kinvara in the Steel Tech Sheds Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-final. It's live on Streamsport. It's live on Galway Bay FM in association with Galway GAA. And you're all very welcome indeed to Kenny Park in Athenry for the Beagh Kinvara game in the County Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-final. It's a beautiful day here in Kenny Park for the clash of the local rivals, Beagh, who came down from the Senior B Championship last year, and Kinvara, who were finalists at intermediate level last year. And we're looking out in front of us here, David Staunton, the HR from the Abenach My Club, is with the 2 captains, Adrian Toohey and Conor Whelan, 2 vastly experienced players, guys who would have, of course, played together when Galway won the All-Ireland in 2017. They're the 2 captains out in the middle of the field. I'm just interested to see, Andy, which way the toss will go here. There's no huge wind here, but it seems to be hitting in towards the town goal.
Yeah, a little bit of a breeze now, but most importantly, that kind of very, very heavy rain we had overnight is cleared. It's really bright. Conditions look perfect. The wind doesn't seem to, I wouldn't say it kind of be as influential as it was maybe last night in Pearse Stadium. There is a little bit of a breeze now there to be considered okay for both teams, but no, overall now conditions very good.
I think Beagh have won the toss, or is it just about to take place here? Adrian Toohey's after giving the indication as to what way he'd like to play. It's if they're playing in towards the dressing room end here in Kenny Park at the start of this game. We go through the teams. We'll start with the Beagh team. In goal, number 1 is Stephen Diviney. The full back line is number 2, Enda Toohey. Number 3 is Matthew Rosengrave, and 4 is Darren Hines. The half back line is number 5, Tommy McKeown. Number 6, Adrian Toohey, and number 7, James Walsh. The midfield pairing is number 8, Evan Hunt, and number 9, Donncha Lucy. The half forward line, number 10, Joe Gantley. Number 11, Ferdia Toohey, and number 12, Sean O'Loughlin. And the inside line, number 13, Pádraig Landers. Number 14 is David Kane, and number 15 is Dylan O'Malley. That is the Beagh team that line out in today's Intermediate Championship semi-final. While for Kinvara, in goal, number 1 for them is Cathal Corliss. The full back line is number 2, Lorcan Heavey. Number 3, Shane Byrne, and number 4, Dara Burke. The half back line is number 5, Conor Burke. Number 6, Joshua O'Connor, and number 7, Tadhg Heavey. The midfield pairing is number 8, Niall Birmingham, and number 9, Matthew Mears. The half forward line wearing number 10 is Dara Helibert. Number 21, Oisin Ivers, comes in place of number 11, that's Keane Pine, and number 12 is Aidan O'Halloran, or Aidan O'Hanrahan I should say, and the full forward line, number 13 Conor Whelan, number 14 Luca Danju, and wearing the number 15 jersey will be Pádraig Conole. So they are the 2 teams that line out in today's Intermediate Championship semi-final. The other semi-final of course takes place in Duggan Park in Ballinasloe. That's at 2 p.m. and that sees Meelick Aircourt take on Ballygar, and we're looking forward to a big game here, and it's a big prize of course getting back into an intermediate final.
Big prize night, and for me obviously with the restructuring of the Galway Championship, that there's no obviously kind of promotion for the 2 teams, but what for me it will do for me is that it'll set each team up for next year's Premier Intermediate Championship, where, you know, I know there's teams coming down from Senior B. There's 7 teams about to come down. but that'll really set up both of these teams, whoever manages to get to that final, or this obviously there's still a final to be won, but it'll really set them up for next year. Like we said, the restructuring is what it is at this stage, but I think this is a really good platform to set them up for 2026.
Yeah, it sure is a good platform to set them up for 2026. And the winners, of course, will get into that county final where Ballygar or Mila Kirkcourt will be their opponents. Two teams who have ambitions of their own to try and get up to intermediate. We're going into position, so it's 12 noon here. It's high noon showdown here in Kenny Park in Athenry between Kinvara and Beagh in this intermediate championship semi-final. The crowds are coming in. Kevin Keehan, of course, he's wearing number 20 or 21, I think, for Beagh. He saw him striking a penalty there. It doesn't seem to have the jersey on him at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see whether he will see action later on. But we're almost set to go here. David Staunton from Abenacmoy is the rachor. He's out in the middle of the field, and we're almost set to go for the start of the senior championship, or intermediate championship game I should say, between Kinvara and Beagh. It would have been senior a number of years ago. The ball is thrown in and it's going to be won by Beagh straight away, and they come on the attack, the Beagh men, who have shown good form in this year's championship, and it's a scoring opportunity straight away for their wing back Tommy McKeown, and Tommy puts it straight between the posts. Good start, and Tommy McKeown with the point.
Very, very happy, Niall. What a way to start the game and get settled into it. Really settle down the wing back and put the pressure on the wing forward straight away. A great strike from Tommy McKeown. Yeah,
good strike by Tommy McKeown. Oisin Ivers wearing 21 starts at wing back. As a matter of interest, that ball goes down the field looking for Conor Whelan straight away, but Tommy McKeown is the man who got the first point of the day here. There's a stalemate situation over on the far side of the field. Both teams battling for supremacy over there, and the ball is won by the Beagh men. They're coming out of defence over there. That's surely a foul. It is on the Beagh man coming out of defence there. Conor Whelan was the man who fouled, and Dahi Kane, or David Kane, is coming all the way from the full forward line to take this free. He's the guy that has had a fine campaign for Beagh. Great to see him back in action. A couple of years ago he got a serious injury, yeah. And he's a good free taker. He's a serious forward, and a possible chance here for him to put his side 2 points to no scoring good, even though he's a long way from the goal. Good to see him back now, as you said, and earlier Oisin Ivers has been dropped back into the half-back line, who has quite a job on him today. Now he's picking up Joe Gantley so far in the early stages of the game, so youth versus experience there. Now it'll be an interesting battle. Yeah, David Kane comes out to the half-forward line to take this back to his own half-back line, I should say, to take this free. A point to no score, a minute and a half gone in this Steel Tech Sheds Intermediate Championship semi-final. It's a long high free by Dahi Kane, or David Kane, but it goes to the wrong side of the post, and it is the first wide of the day for Beagh. And the goalkeeper, Cathal Corliss, will get ready to take the puck out for Kinvara. His full-back, Shane Byrne, is interested in maybe getting a short one. His father, Joe, had the hip done there recently. I think he's here today, so hopefully he's on the road to recovery. We may even see him playing golf in a few weeks' time again. That's a foul by Oisin Ivers. Threw the ball up and caught it. The referee didn't see it. It's Joshua O'Connor who's in possession. Joshua gets Kinvara on the attack inside towards another of the younger players. That's Luca Danju. Luca Danju spins his man. Luca's going to go for a score here, is he? He's still soloing forward. He's got support players inside. Danju makes a space to go for a point for Kinvara. It's gone to the wrong side of the post though, and it's gone wide, but probably justice in one sense, because in fairness Oisin Ivers threw the ball up and caught it and got away with it. He had, in fairness, and Luca Danju, good carry there in fairness. It was made it a little bit tricky for himself. He couldn't catch it again, but yeah, good turn in fairness, good taking. Stephen Divney takes the puck out. It reaches a Tommy McKeown, and Tommy goes route one for Beagh inside towards the full forward. They're looking for Dylan O'Malley. There comes off the Kinvara corner back on this side of the field. That is Lorcan Heavy, and the ball goes out over the line, and it's Joe Gantley who will take the sideline. And Joe Gantley, vastly experienced player, and geez, he's still in mighty shape, isn't he, Andy? I met him now yesterday. Actually had a schools cross-country championship, and he looked like he could run it himself, to be honest. He's in great shape. Were you running the schools cross-country, Andy? No, and I definitely wasn't running it either. The ball is with the midfielder Niall Birmingham, soloing through for Kinvara. Niall Birmingham with a chance. It's coming inside the post. It looks good from here. It's over the bar. The equaliser, Niall Birmingham, wearing number 8, puts it between the posts. Good score by Niall Birmingham, and 2 quality scores to start the game. Fine score now to settle him down. Good score for a midfielder now, and yeah, both teams happy that they'll have settled quickly. Pádraig Landers wearing 13 but playing at centre forward, gets the ball inside towards Dylan O'Malley. Lorcan Heavy and O'Malley in a battle for possession here. O'Malley tries to go down on the ball, and Dylan O'Malley has the ball in his hand. He tries to take it on, but Lorcan Heavy does well. Ball breaks back though to David Kane. Kane is in possession now. Kane is going to go back out the field to Joe Gantley, but it's intercepted by Oisin Ivers. Ivers comes inside his man, and Kinvara will work the ball up the field with Aidan O'Hanrahan, who gets it inside towards Luca Danju. Luca Danju is in possession. He's a lively player as Luca. Luca going for a score. It's coming inside the post. It looks like from our vantage point it's gone between the posts. That's a great score by Luca Danju. He started well at full forward. Great score again, 2 points to 1. That's an excellent score now, in fairness to him. That's twice now he's taken the ball in under a lot of pressure from Enda too. He's moved out to the side and got a fantastic score now, so he's obviously the main target man there right at the edge of the square is Luca Danju for Kinvara. 2 points to 1. The goalkeeper Stephen Diviney takes the puck out. He goes looking for Joe Gantley on this side of the field, but it's batted by Oisin Ivers down to Aidan O'Hanrahan. O'Hanrahan is in possession now, comes inside his man. He's looking for a support player and he's over carried the ball, and it's going to be a free. Yeah, he was probably looking around a small bit too much, and he gives the free away, and Beagh have the free. They're telling David Kane to stay in the full forward line because I think Adrian Toohey is interested in this one.
Well, in fairness, Niall, O'Hanrahan had the ball, and there was a lot more space in front of him than he thought. He probably was a little bit hesitant, like you said. He turned back in towards the centre of the pitch and slowed it down for himself, and eventually overcarried. Adrian
Toohey will take this free for Beagh. His side 2 points to 1 in arrears. Adrian wearing the number 6 jersey in the half back line, going for a score for Beagh. Great strike by Adrian Toohey. It's a great score by Adrian Toohey. The sides level at 2 points apiece, and that's the second of the Beagh half backs to score. Tommy McKeown opened the scoring with the point and play. That's a fine strike by Adrian Toohey.
Good strike, Niall, in fairness, and that settles Beagh rightly into the game now. They've been trying to find the inside line there a good few times, trying to find Dylan O'Malley a couple of times, but they're doing well from far out.
The ball broke back to the Kinvara midfielder, that's Matthew Mears there. Eventually results in a free into Kinvara, and a chance here for Kinvara now to go 3 points to 2 in front. Dara Hellebert is the free taker, and in fairness to Dara Hellebert, he's been very good over the past couple of years.
He's a fine player, Niall, really kind of, sharing the burden with Conor Whelan, who kind of would have been responsible for a lot of their scores going back the years, but in fairness to Dara Hellebert, great campaign now, and he's really kind of one of their main talisman.
His father Michael, of course, is the Banishdor of the Kinvara team. He's joined by Mike Cummins, Shane Corcoran, Alan Leach, Kieran Burke, Colin Burke, Gareth Byrne, Cormac Kane and Damien Mitchell as part of their management team. So a lot of big names there in that Kinvara management team. While for Beagh, Shane Morris is there at Banishdor, and his selectors are John Mylan, Ger Casey, Colin Whelan, Ed Purcell and Jermith Hayes, as Dara Hellebert gets ready to take the free. Dara Hellebert, a chance here to put Kinvara 3 points to 2 in front. Looks as if they're playing with a slight wind advantage in the first half as he takes this free, and Dara Hellebert puts it straight between the posts. That's 3 points to 2, and Kinvara lead by a point. Good score.
A good free now, in fairness. It seems fairly easy enough inside the 45, but he took his time and made sure for a free taker that his first one was successful, and off he goes now. Stephen
Diviney will take the puck out. Enda Toohey has made himself available for the quick one, and Enda Toohey is in possession. Enda looks upfield and off the left hand side gets his side on the attack again. He goes route one with that ball. Is going to break though. It's going to break into the path of Niall Birmingham. Birmingham tries to pick it up, and it's flicked away by Oisin Ivers. It's gone very close to the line. Joe Gantley keeps it in play, and Joe goes out over the line with that ball, and it's going to be a line ball. And Jerry Hurley, the linesman at this side of the field, indicates it's going to be a line ball to Kinvara.
I see now that Adrian Toohey and Conor Whelan are picking each other up in the centre half back, centre half forward position. So, as we kind of predicted earlier on, that's going to be a right battle now, and both teams will be looking for each player to assert their dominance and give them a good platform.
Ty Keevy takes the sideline. It's a poor one from Ty Keevy as Donnacha Lucy tries to come in. Joe Gantley is also there, and eventually it's Oisin Ivers who picks the ball up, tries to come inside to Kinvara there. He drops the ball, he tries to kick it forward, and eventually Ty Keevy either hand passed or through the ball. He gets away with it, and it goes out over the line, and it's going to be a line ball on this side of the field.
Yeah, it seems to be a factor now with a lot of teams that they tend to be doing the short kind of play, intricate passing. And Beagh, in fairness now, are making that difficult for them and forcing them kind of into those kind of rash passes.
Evan Hunt takes the sideline. He picks out Pádraig Landers, two of the experienced players on this Beagh team. Evan Hunt goes one way, he goes the other. He's got Landers inside him, and he's on an advantage here. Landers goes for the score from out the field, but it's going to go to the wrong side of the post, is it? And it's going to be a free. And Evan Hunt probably showed his experience there. He waited for the tackle to come in, release the ball, and eventually it's a free. And it's free from a more advantageous position now. It's free from where actually the ball initially landed, and it's going to be a free to Adrian Toohey. And we saw the way he hit the first one. Beautiful strike in the ball. He'll be looking for much the same again.
He will, and in fairness to Hunt, he was very smart, because over on the far side Kinvara had a spare player. There was no option even to open up and kind of hit that pocket on the far side of the field there around the 21. So he drew the foul, Niall, as you said, and worked a good score for hopefully for Beagh to nail it.
Adrian Toohey is going to take the free. Big powerful man is Adrian Toohey, as he will take this free for Beagh. 3 points to 2. It's Kinvara who lead in the early stages of this game. We've almost 8 minutes played here as Adrian Toohey gets ready to take the free for Beagh. Adrian has already got a point. Tommy McKeown has also got a point. He's on the 65 metre line, but if he hits it as sweet as he hit the last one, it could be sailing between the posts. Could that be the commentator's curse as he puts this straight between the posts? Great strike by Adrian Toohey. He's hit 2 fine frees, it must be said, for Beagh, and it's 3 points apiece, Andy.
But now that's some piece of armour to have. It was the same with Loughrea last night for Shane Morgan, that game against Turlockmore. Kind of have that radar from 70, 80 yards, that where that's a guaranteed score.
Shane Byrne clears the ball down the field, but it's Enda Toohey is there for Beagh. He loses possession. Pádraig Connell tries to pick it up for Kinvara over on the far side of the field, and the ball is eventually worked across this field to Ty Keevy who's in possession. It is Ty Keevy who has possession for Kinvara. Ty Keevy has a support player. That support player is Pádraig Connell. Connell is going for a score, and Connell, has he put it between the posts? He has. Pádraig Connell, a part of the Kinvara Junior B football team that won the county championship last week.
Right.
Game played in Kilbeakenty against Doranmore Mary. 4 points to 3.
What stand out now for Kinvara is, as we said previously, they're very comfortable in tight quarters. Now, obviously, the last one turned over and ended up being a line ball, but when it comes off like that, where they work a score, it's tidy hurling.
Yeah, it is. I think it might have been, was it the Junior A they won, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, they won a Junior Championship last week. I think Down won the Junior B Championship, as it's Aidan O'Hanrahan who's in possession for Kinvara. Aidan is going to go for a score, and Aidan puts it straight between the posts. Good score by Aidan O'Hanrahan. Good movement by Kinvara. They've gone out to a 5-3 lead. Yeah,
seems to be just getting a little bit of a foothold there now around the middle, and that's kind of dropping short from Beagh clearances there. They're either a good break there down on top from the half back line, and they're winning those breaks and working scores.
So it's 5-3 as the HR David Staunton is interested in talking to a player out there. He's having a word with one of the Beagh players. 5-3. Yeah, and he's just laying down the law there to Tommy McKeown. Two good scores from play from Pádraig Canole and Aidan O'Hanrahan have seen Kinvara into a 5-3 lead. Almost 10 minutes played here. Stephen Divney, the goalkeeper, he has been in goal for a good number of years for Beagh as he pucks that ball down the field looking for Evan Hunt. Hunt is in possession now for Beagh. Hunt is opening up the shoulders to go for a score. Has it come inside the post? It hasn't. It's gone to the wrong side of the post, and that is the second wide for Beagh as Cathal Corliss gets ready to take the puck out. Cathal goes over towards the far side of the field. Good puck out by Cathal Corliss looking for Dara Helibert, who has made the run. The ball breaks though into the path of Birmingham. He leaves it off to Dara Helibert. He's a space to go for a score here, Dara Helibert, and Dara Helibert does go for a score. Has it come inside the post? It has come inside the post. Good score by Dara Helibert. It was a good puck out initially by Cathal Corliss into the space that where Dara Helibert was, and Dara Helibert makes no mistake, 6-3.
Yeah, did all the work himself now, broke that ball to the ground and picked it up. A little bit of small little slight confusion with Niall Birmingham, but got it and got his scores. Good score for Dara Helibert.
Yeah, they've got the last three scores as Joe Gantley, who goes over to the far side of the field, wins that ball out of the air. Joe Gantley soloing forward, but Oisin Ivers does well to flick the ball away into the path of Joshua O'Connor. Joshua hand passes the ball to Niall Birmingham. Niall Birmingham into the midfielder. That's Matthew Mears. Matthew Mears inside. Good ball. Looking for Pádraig Canole. Will he get there before it goes wide? He can't. It goes to the wrong side of the post. He can't get there though. And that's 2 wides for Kinvara, 2 wides for Beagh. Stephen Divney gets ready once more to take this puck out. He gives the signal. The signal is to go to this side of the field and to go route one looking for David Kane, who comes out from the full forward line. The ball breaks though. Shane Byrne defended well there. Gets the ball out to Aidan O'Hanrahan. O'Hanrahan sprays the ball across the field looking for Luca Danju, who makes the run. Luca has made the space now to go for a score. He looked to go off the left. He decides to go off the right, and he puts the ball straight between the posts. Good score by Luca Danju, and he made the space cleverly there to get away from the full back, and all of a sudden Kinvara have opened up a 7-3 lead.
Very cleverly now, and in fairness to Aidan O'Hanrahan, he worked back the field there, took the break from the puck out from the block down, and like we said, Danju seems to be the main man that they're looking for in that inside line there, and it's working out very well for them so far.
Stephen Divney takes the puck out again over to the far side of the field looking for Joe Gantley. He gets a push in the back there, and that's going to be a free. And I suppose from Kinvara's perspective, they haven't been relying on Conor Whelan as much this year, with Dara Helibert and Luca Danju and these guys taking a lot of that responsibility. And
in fairness, their game plan is not centred solely around Conor Whelan's brilliance. They seem to have that injection of youth now in the last couple of years. And as I said, the standout for me is they're so comfortable on the ball in those tight quarters. I think on Beagh's hand, I think they're kind of a bit reluctant to kind of send that ball into Daithí Kane so far, but they are creating the space inside, maybe to start moving a bit quicker.
Adrian Toohey takes the free again, and it's 3 from 3 from Adrian Toohey, straight between the posts. And as you said, Andy, if you have a free taker of that calibre and a striker of the ball of that calibre at centre half back, it's worth a fortune from those long range frees.
Oh, it is not just traditionally going back the years. Your centre back was always your mainstay there, but anything from long distance for frees was always a major lift of a score as well too whenever it's landed.
Evan Hunt clears the ball down the field. It's going to break though. It's going to break towards the Kinvara corner back. That is Dara Burke. Dara Burke played minor for Galway last year. Goes back towards Shane Byrne. The pass is overcooked. It's picked up by David Kane. He tries to come inside Shane Byrne. He's going to go for a score from plays David Kane. He's put it wide though. He'll be disappointed with that one. It was an uncharacteristic error by Dara Burke in the Kinvara defence. The ball broke in towards David Kane. He had the chance. He'd be disappointed.
Yeah, danger game there from Dara Burke. Now probably just a simple hand pass is the better option there, and that a lot more safer chance for Daithí Kane that he unfortunately drove to the right.
Larkin Heavey gets the ball out towards Conor Burke, and Conor Burke decides to go route one looking for Luca Danju there, but Stephen Divney is coming from the goals. Is he going to get there in time? He is. Stephen Divney has the ball, and Stephen Divney is coolness personified as he comes out towards the 20 metre line, and eventually he launches the ball over towards the far side of the field looking for the corner forward over there. I think it's a 30-2 he was looking for over there, but the ball is going to break. It's going to break towards the Kinvara cornerback. That's Dara Burke, and Dara Burke gets the ball out the field, and Kinvara work it well in towards Niall Birmingham, who's already got a point for his side. Niall Birmingham looks upfield, and he gets a low ball inside towards Luca Danju again, but it's well defended there, and it's Darren Hines coming out now for Beagh. He's put under serious pressure there. He loses possession. Kinvara have won the ball back. It goes back towards Tyke Heavey. Tyke Heavey with a quick ball inside looking for Pádraig Canole there, but it can't be won, and it's won by Beagh, and eventually the ball is cleared down the field, but it should be Joshua O'Connor's ball. It is Joshua O'Connor's ball at centre half back. He's got a support player in Conor Burke outside him. Will he use him? He does use him. He flicks the ball out towards Conor Burke, and he goes inside towards Pádraig Canole. Pádraig Canole tries to get there ahead of the full-back Matthew Rosengrave. He tries to go past Matthew Rosengrave. Pádraig Canole still in possession, going for a score. Pádraig Canole, has that gone between the posts? It has gone between the posts. It's a majestic effort by Pádraig Canole. It's 2 for him from play. Great score.
That's a fantastic score now, and what they're doing, Kinvara, is they're making those spaces. Josh O'Connor, those guys, Conor Burke, they're finding that ball into those pockets, and they're able to take it in, as I keep on saying from last night as well. They're able to take it in under pressure, but a super score from Pádraig Canole to wheel back out and nail that over the bar over his shoulder.
8 points to 4, 14 minutes gone in the first half here, as the puck out is taken. It's intercepted again by Niall Birmingham in the middle of the field, off to Aidan O'Hanrahan. A chance for Aidan O'Hanrahan to score his second score of the day. This one though goes to the wrong side of the post. That's the third wide for Kinvara. Beagh just need to settle a small bit. Kinvara have shown all the aces so far.
All the aces now. They're very comfortable. The half back line are completely dominant there. Anything that's coming down on top of them, they've turned it back out. Josh O'Connor very solid there at centre back. Conor Burke very, very strong in the half back line as well. So they're just keeping it simple.
Conor Burke tries to go up for the ball. Interestingly, Ty Keevy, of course, playing midfield on Evan Hunt, such as the influence Hunt has had on this championship so far. Good ball inside towards Luca Danju. Good touch by Luca Danju, who's already got 2 points. He spins again, tries to play the ball across the field, looking for Dara Hellebert. The ball is flicked away though, out towards the middle of the field, and Pádraig Landers is in possession. Landers comes inside to Kinvaraman there, and Landers shows the dancing feet of Pádraig Landers, gets the ball inside towards Dahi Kane. Kane tries to spin his man. Kane had spun his man, and the ball had gone through towards Dylan O'Malley. They'll probably be slightly disappointed that they didn't get the advantage there, because Dylan O'Malley was about to break onto the ball.
Possibly, maybe Larkin Heavy might have had it covered. It would have been still a bit of work to do for Dylan O'Malley, but Pádraig Landers did very well to work the score, and they'll need this now. They'll be looking for Adrian Tui to nail this again and settle them down the 4 point of a gap there now, which is it's not the end of the world, but they won't want it to be getting any further out, in fairness. And Conor Whelan, the Kinvara have been settling so far and doing very well, all without kind of the Conor Whelan. But in fairness to Conor Whelan, he's always going to be a marked man anyway now. He's going to be under a lot of pressure and a lot of scrutiny.
Yeah, Adrian Tui will take the free. 3 points he's got so far in this game, all from frees. The centre half back for Beagh, his striking has been of the top quality so far. Is this one gone between the posts as well by Adrian Tui? It hasn't. That just goes to the wrong side of the post, and I suppose from Beagh's perspective, Adrian Tui's got 3 points from frees. Tommy McKeown has got a point from the half back line. None of their forwards have scored from play yet. They'll need more of a return there, won't they?
No, and it's a little bit one-dimensional, kind of hoping from far out to be getting the scores. Just use Dahi Kane, I think, a little bit more in his pace and the space on the inside line.
Tommy McKeown is in possession. He gets the ball out towards Evan Hunt. Hunt is put under pressure by Ty Keevy. The ball breaks in towards Conor Whelan and Adrian Tui, and it's eventually picked up by Evan Hunt. Hunt is in possession. He's got Pádraig Landers this side of the field, but Hunt is soloing forward now. Evan Hunt still in possession for Beagh. He plays the ball off the ground. Hunt goes forward. He comes inside his man again. He needs support player. He flicks it off the ground for the second time, and he gets the ball up into his hand, and eventually he goes back the field, and eventually Beagh will try to work this ball with their midfielder Donncha Lucy soloing forward. Lucy with a low ball inside towards Dylan O'Malley. O'Malley spins his man. O'Malley has the ball in his hand. O'Malley going for a score, but should be the goalkeeper's ball. It's caught by Cathal Corliss. He did well, because that was a dangerous ball that went in there. He caught it well. Good ball out into space, into the path of Niall Birmingham. Birmingham is running forward now for Kinvara. Plays the ball right across the field. Is it going to be intercepted? It's not. It's going to break, and it's going to break towards Adrian Tui. Tui does well to get the ball out towards Tommy McKeown. Tommy McKeown goes back the field, and eventually Beagh work it out with their wing back number 7. That is James Walsh, who launches it down the field, but Kinvara have the numbers there. One of those is Oisin Ivers. Did he take too many steps with it? The referee set play on. The ball breaks towards Dylan O'Malley again. He's got a man inside. If he can see Joe Gantley. He doesn't see Joe Gantley. He goes for the score himself. And why wouldn't he go for the score himself? He puts it over the bar, and that's the first score from a Beagh forward. He had a sighter a few minutes ago that went into the goalkeeper's hand. He made no mistake with that one.
And this one was even more difficult now than the first one that he had initially. He was in a tight space there, but he got the shot away for a score. But no, just to take the pressure off the Beagh backs, I think at the minute they really need to tack up a couple of points now, because there's a lot of ball going in there into that Beagh full back line.
Quick puck out to Dara Burke. He launches it long down the field, but it's half intercepted there by James Walsh. Conor Whelan is interested in the action, and Conor Whelan just pushes the Beagh man in the back, and that's going to be a free out. And will it be Adrian Diviney or Adrian Tui who will take this free once again?
They're creating a lot of space up here in the inside line for Beagh. It might be just a bit more in their interest now to move it a little bit quicker, because they do have the pace on that inside line there, in fairness, with Dahi Kane is a good target man. 18
minutes gone. It's 8 points to 5 here in Kenny Park in Athenry. Tui decides to go across the field. He's got a runner in, Dahi Kane. Kane is out in front of his man. He tries to go down the ball. He has the ball in his hand, and Dahi Kane is trying to go down the ball at the second attempt. He has it again. Goes back the field towards Evan Hunt. Hunt plays the ball inside, and eventually he gets the return pass there from Donncha Lucy. Evan Hunt still in possession now for Beagh, but he's put under serious pressure, and it's Joshua O'Connor. the centre half back for Kinvara, who comes out with the ball. He's a powerfully built man as O'Connor plays the ball out towards Matthew Mears, who's soloing forward now for Kinvara, the midfielder. Mears is under pressure though from the wing back, and the half back down by James Walsh there, who did well for Beagh. And Beagh's Adrian Chu, he gets the ball, he gets it off towards the number 12. That number 12 is Sean O'Loughlin, one of the younger players on the Beagh team, tries to play it up to another one of them. That is Dylan O'Malley, and Dylan is under pressure there, and he tries to get a support player in, and the ball breaks inside towards Dahi Kane. He has the ball in his hand, he loses possession, he tries to pick it up again, he has it in his hand again, he goes back towards Evan Hunt. Hunt off the left hand side, going for a score by Evan Hunt. It's a good score by Evan Hunt, it's straight between the posts by Evan Hunt. It's 8 points to 6. The last couple of scores have been from Beagh, 2 good scores.
They have now, and that'll get them back into it. They are working very, very hard for those scores. Kinvara's are coming a little bit easier, but no, they'll be very, very happy now to get that. Evan Hunt, in fairness to him, is doing a lot of work around the middle of the field. He's doing a lot of carrying the ball and looking for options, but there he had a good opportunity for a score.
Yeah, 8 points to 6. The last 2 scores have come from the Beagh men, and they now lead by, or I should say Kinvara lead by 8 points to 6. There's a bit of argy-bargy possibly between the managers. They're kind of roaring and shouting at one another here. Local derby, Andy, what would you expect?
It'll be unusual now, and I'll expect that, but I know, look, it's a small little bit of an injury. Kinvara probably saying that, is it a bit of a delaying tactic possibly, but no, you wouldn't imagine it is, because Beagh are after getting the last 2 scores, and they don't want to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, Evan Hunt has to come off the field now, and that means they'll be down to 14 for a couple of moments. It'll leave Tyg Heavy free in the middle of the field, and Tyg is looking for a quick puck out here from Cathal Corliss. It's 8 points to 6 as Evan Hunt comes off the field, and he's taking his time. And into the team for a blood injury is the number 18 for Beagh. It is 8 points to 6. Is it Oisin Ford who's coming in for Beagh, as that a quick puck out is taken towards Cathal Corliss again. He gets the ball back, and with 20 minutes gone, the ball goes long down the field. It's going to break. Matthew Rosengrave is trying to get there. He does get there. He drops the ball out of his hand. He's got a support player there, but Kinvara have the numbers, and one of those is Luca Danju. Luca Danju going for point number 3, but this one goes to the wrong side of the post, and that is the 4th wide for Beagh. So it's 8 points to 6, and Beagh will be disappointed not to take the score from that one. A
little bit rash there, I suppose, from Danju. That's too wide now on the left hand side, so he'll want to kind of just get the radar a little bit sharper again now.
Yeah, Oisin Ford is number 18. Actually, he's the man that's come on there. The Beagh subs, I think they're all down one. I think the number is slightly off, but it is Oisin Ford who's come on. But Evan Hunt is about to come in to see the action again. Evan is okay. He's a great player for Beagh. He's been one of their top players for the last few years, Andy.
Fairness, fine player, good minor, and good Galway under 20 as well too. He's lots of experience, and he's become for such a young guy. He's become one of the mainstays of that team over the past number of years for Beagh, and he is in fairness taken to the fight to Kinvara there, and a good score from him the last round.
Is it a Kinvara player that's down injured on the far side of the field? I didn't see what happened here, but it looks to be David Staunton has ready to take an aim here of a Beagh player. Is it Joe Gantley over on the far side of the field?
Bit of a collision on that dropping ball, I think, and something might have went down.
Yeah, David Staunton is taking out the card here, and what's he indicating there? Is he indicating there was a swing back or something from what we've seen there? And he's speaking now to Joe Gantley, who's going to pick up a card. What colour will the card be? It is a yellow card for Joe Gantley, and it's going to be a puck out. Is it to Kinvara with Cathal Corliss? But that's the first yellow card of the day, and that is to Beagh's Joe Gantley. 8 points to 6. And we have reached the 22nd minute here of the Steel Tech Sheds Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-final. The second of the semi-finals takes place this afternoon in Ballinasloe at 2 o'clock, and David Staunton, the Rachel, is coming over to this side of the field now to speak to Jerry Hurley, who's the linesman on this side of the field. And he's having a word with Jerry Hurley here, and I think they're going towards the management. And the card is out again, and it's is it a Kinvara member of the Kinvara management team? I think that's about to get the card here. And David Staunton speaking to, is it the water carrier or the Mayor Cummin? I think the rules are not allowed onto the field or something. There's some rule there, and he's given a yellow card to the Kinvara man as well. And this is going to be a puck out, or is it a line ball on the far side of the field, or a free? We've lost track of what was happening there, Andy. The cards were being dished out. Yeah,
it's kind of slowed down there now for the last 2 or 3 minutes. A little bit of a hold up with Evan Hunt, and this one as well too over on the far side with that yellow for Joe Gantley. But I'd say so far Kinvara probably they'd be much happier with they've settled into the game. I know that's just the 2 points in it, and Beagh will be happy to be, just nice and solid so far. But yeah, it's very entertaining so far.
8 points to 6, and I know a directive came during the week there that Mayor Ishkas and Mayor Cummins weren't allowed into the play at certain times and so on in certain positions. But anyway, David Staunton, the Rachor, is throwing in the ball over on the far side of the field. Who's going to win it? It's Pádraig Landers who kicks the ball forward towards Joe Gantley, but Kinvara's Ty Keevy goes down the ball over on the far side of the field. He's fouled. It's going to be a free out. Indeed, it's Oisin Ivers, and it's going to be a free out to Kinvara over on the far side of the field, and Joshua O'Connor is the man who's going to come and take this, the centre half back. 8 points to 6 as our Beagh going to the bench, possibly. We'll see in a second as mentors and players speaking to one another on the sideline here. 8 points to 6, 24 minutes played. Our cameraman John Murphy has covered himself there. The sun is in his eyes as that ball goes up the field, looking for Luca Danju again. Danju can't get there because Matthew Rosengrave sticks in the left boot, and that's going to be a free out. And in fairness, Matthew Rosengrave over the last while has got to grips with Luca Danju a small bit.
He has, in fairness. He's had to kind of close down, and Danju took off in a storm there. Now, I'd say a little bit of a worry so far for Kinvara is that Conor Whelan has been extremely quiet so far. I kind of mentioned earlier on that he's going to be getting a bit of attention anyway for who he is, but he should need to get into the game a little bit better.
Great ball by Adrian Toohey right across to Evan Hunt. That's the score of the day by Evan Hunt. A brilliant pass by Adrian Toohey into Evan Hunt. That's his second score. 3 in a row for Beagh. It's 8 points to 7.
And that's a smart score now, because quite often you see guys going for a big long blazer from that distance back. It was good to keep it alive and get it into the advantage position, and a very, very good score.
Puck out goes to the far side of the field. It's taken by Dara Helibert over on the far side for Kinvara. He's swung around there. He's on an advantage. Gets it inside towards Ty Keevy. Ty Keevy tries to come inside his man. There's no advantage accruing there, which means that the free is going to be to Kinvara and to Dara Helibert. And Kinvara probably need a score now at this stage just to settle themselves into it. Beagh have got the last 3.
They do. Beagh seem to have got on top a little bit like you said, in their full back line, and that threat with Luca Danjo, but also around the middle of the field now as well too. Evan Hunt, as we said, has kind of exerted his influence, and they've settled that kind of little bit of a panic period that they had there just after about 10 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, it's 11 minutes since Kinvara had a score, and it is Dara Helibert who will take the free for them. Dara Helibert has got 2 points so far, 1 from a free and 1 from play, as he gets ready to take this free for Kinvara just inside the 45 metre line. He's aided by slight wind, you would think, in this first half. As he takes this free for Beagh, he makes no mistake. He puts it between the posts. A point for Kinvara, 2 frees there for Dara Helibert and 1 from play. It means this is 9 points for Kinvara. It is 7 points for Beagh. We have 25 minutes played here, as Stephen Diviney will take the puck out here in Kenny Park. The second game, of course, live on Stream Sport and on Galway Bay FM, is a Haskell Fohana versus Lee Meadows in the Senior B Championship final, as that ball is pucked out. That was their first score since the 14th minute, as Conor Burke is in possession. Conor Burke tries to play the ball out towards his brother. That's Dara Burke. Dara Burke is under pressure over on the far side of the field. The ball is very close to the sideline over on the stand side of the field here in Kenny Park, and eventually it's won by Matthew Mears, and Mears has the ball, sprays it across the field to Oisin Ivers, who's in space. Ivers has time to look up. He's time to get the ball inside towards Luca Danju. Danju's in front of his man. Danju trying to get away from Matthew Rosengrave. The ball is very close to the ground there, and he's very close to the sideline. Conor Whelan tries to come in and help as well, and there's going to be a throw-in ball here, and the referee David Staunton has the right hand out. He's calling for the shitter. He's going to throw it in between 2 players. 9 points to 7. We have 4 minutes to go to half time, plus whatever additional time will be added on. The ball breaks, and it breaks into the path of Dara Helibert. Helibert has it now for Kinvara. He's trying to burst his way forward, picks out Aidan O'Hanrahan. Hanrahan has got Ty Keevy inside. Ty Keevy's in possession now after Aidan O'Hanrahan again. Hanrahan with a shot. It's saved by the goalkeeper Stephen Diviney, who caught the ball. Well caught by Stephen Diviney, who launched the ball straight down the field looking for Dahi Kane. Kane and Dara Burke in a race for possession. The ball breaks. It breaks towards Joshua O'Connor. Conor Burke comes in to help as well, but Beagh have the ball there with Pádraig Landers. He's nobody inside. Had to go for the score. He was blocked down as Evan Hunt makes the run up on this side of the field, but Kinvara have the ball, and Joshua O'Connor does well, and Joshua hand passes the ball out towards Niall Birmingham. Birmingham looks upfield, picks out Ty Keevy. This will be a rallying score if it could go over the bar from Ty Keevy. Heavy goes for the score, but it's got to the wrong side of the post. It would have been a big score considering the work that went into it, as the quick puck out is taken here by Stephen Diviney, looking for Evan Hunt. Hunt's got 2 points, tries to take the ball down, but Kinvara have the numbers there, and that is Matthew Mears trying to go down on the ball. His hurley was probably pulled there, but he's still working away. Dahi Kane comes in to help out. Evan Hunt is also there, as players on both sides try to get this Schlitzer into their hands, and it's Joshua O'Connor for Kinvara who has it. Joshua hand passes the ball up towards Conor Whelan. It's the first time Conor Whelan has been in possession in this game, and Conor Whelan is going for the score, and Conor Whelan puts it straight between the post. His first possession in this game, and he puts it straight between the post, and Conor Whelan is in the game.
And that's the calibre now. You could be watching him all day long, and he could take a score like that in the 27th minute of the first half to to settle Kinvara again too.
They're coming again with Aidan O'Hanrahan, and Aidan O'Hanrahan puts it over the bar, and suddenly it's 12 points to 7. 2 quick fire scores there. Aidan O'Hanrahan's second score, and all of a sudden there is 5 between them again at 12-7.
They've kind of weathered that gap they had there now with that 10 minutes period with no score, and they'll be very happy now coming towards half time to nail those 2 points.
Yeah, they've got the last 3 scores. Oisin Ivers gets the ball off to Ty Heavey. Heavey so well forward. The last effort he had went to the wrong side of the post. This one goes straight between the posts. Good score by Ty Heavey, and Kinvara have got 4 in a row, and all of a sudden there's something happening off the ball as well. By the way, there is a Beagh player on the ground, and David Staunton is going in to the in towards Pádraig Connaught, I think it is, for Kinvara, and he'll speak to his umpires, I'm sure, before he flashes any cards here. But suddenly it is it 13 points to 7 on the scoreboard. There's a 12-7 or 13-7, 12-7 actually. There's a 5 between them again. The last few scores have come from Kinvara. They've got 4 in a row from Dara Hillibert, Conor Whelan, Aidan O'Hanrahan and Ty Heavey, and they've gone out to a 5-point lead at 12 points to 7.
But what's admirable there, Niall, is that once Kinvara win possession here in the half-back line, they're constantly looking to either have a runner or they're looking for that shorter pass in towards the middle of the field. And their last score there as well too from Aidan O'Hanrahan, it was the same way. They'll just get their heads up once they win it and the tackle at the back. It's very, very smart turn now.
David Staunton, the Rachel, is going to speak to 2 players. Pádraig Connaught is one of them, and it is Darren Hines, the other player, which means that it's going to be 2 yellow cards here for a player from either side. So David Staunton speaking to both players. And they're going to get 2 yellow cards each. And Pádraig Connaught is the Kinvara player. He's got 2 good points from play. He's now picked up the yellow card. I think it's Darren Hines. We haven't seen the number. I think it's number 4, Darren Hines, actually, who has picked up that yellow card. It is for Beagh. 12 points to 7. Stephen Divney gets ready to take the puck out. We're coming up towards half time. 29.5 minutes gone here. As that ball is pucked over towards this side of the field. Gantley is underneath it. The ball is going to break. So there's going to be 3 minutes additional time as Joe Gantley tries to go down on the ball there for Beagh. Also in there is Pádraig Landers, and the ball is kicked out towards Evan Hunt. Hunt has had a fine second quarter in this game. He's got 2 points, I should say, back towards Daithí Kane. David Kane is in possession. He drops the ball, but he was, I think Evan Hunt's hand was just pulled back there. It's going to be a free in. It could be an important point just before half time.
Excellent feet there, Niall, in fairness from Evan Hunt as well too. Once he got the possession, he quick feet got him around his first obstacle and drew the freeze there as well too. But yeah, a score that Beagh need now to kind of counter that surge there from Kinvara in the last couple of minutes and heading into half time. Now there's a significant breeze there now as well too. That's going to be kind of a factor for the second half as well. But Daithí Kane now look to nail this and get Beagh on the road.
Yeah, 12 points to 7. Should be 12 points to 8 after this. It is straight between the posts by Daithí Kane. That's his first score of the day, and that means that he's on the scoreboard, and it is 12 points to 8. And Conor Whelan is on the ground there as well. He's picking himself up. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on here. Of course, it is a local derby, and the prize is a big one. It's a place in the Intermediate Championship finals. That ball goes over towards the far side of the field. It's won by Beagh over there. It's Sean O'Loughlin who's trying to win it for Beagh. He's trying to burst his way forward. It is Sean O'Loughlin, and Sean gets the ball inside towards Dylan O'Malley. The ball breaks off Dylan O'Malley into the path of the centre half forward there, Fergie Tuhi, but it goes out over the line, and it's a line ball to Kinvara, and it is Conor Burke who's interested in taking it over on the far side of the field. The Burke brothers, they're 2 big men in the Kinvara defence. That's a poor enough effort by Conor Burke. He'll be disappointed down as Donegal Lucy tries to kick it forward for Beagh over on the far side of the field. Kinvara have it though, and Kinvara get the ball out of defence, and there's a throw ball there. It's going to be a free in, and a chance here all of a sudden for Beagh to get 2 in a row and to be back in contention at 12-9 going in at half time possibly. Yeah,
in fairness, Ty Heavey ran out of road there and just kind of released the ball there a little bit too quickly now for David Staunton's liking. It was more than likely a throw, but yeah, just that ball into Dylan O'Malley there as well too. Now he just kind of noticeable he's going with his hurl there to catch that, to control that ball. He really needs to be putting his hand out to take that ball in straight away, because he's getting so much kind of attention from the Kinvara full back line that needs to be much sharper.
12 points to 8, could be 12 points to 9 as we come up towards half time here. We have 3 minutes of additional time. We have almost 2 of those played now as Kane takes the free across the field towards Joe Gantley. Are they going to work a goal here? Gantley's blocked down superbly though by a combination of Joshua O'Connor and Shane Byrne, and eventually the ball is cleared by O'Connor down the field. Up they go forward, the ball breaks. Could that be a decisive moment in this game? Good ball inside. Kinvara have Dara Hillibert in possession. Dara Hillibert is blocked down well though, and the ball breaks back to him again. Hillibert going for point number 4. Has that come inside the post from Dara Hillibert? It has come inside the post by Dara Hillibert. That's his 4th score of the game. There's 5 between them again at 13 points to 8. It possibly could have been 12 points to 9.
Took 2 swings out of there now in fairness to get the score for Dara Hillibert, but before that Beagh just had that opportunity to nail the score. I suppose Joe Gantley made a good run at the time and Daithí Kane went for the option, but hindsight I suppose is easy. If Joe had controlled that sooner and kind of had a shot for a goal, it could have been a different outcome. But yeah, it's a big response then for Kinvara to push ahead now by 5.
They're 5. It could have been down to 3. There's 5 between them. 13 points to 8. We're in the last couple of plays of this first half here. The ball is going long down the field, and Oisin Ivers has it, and he's doing very well on Joe Gantley. In fairness, is Oisin Ivers gets the ball at the field to Aidan O'Hanrahan. O'Hanrahan has got 2 points. O'Hanrahan goes looking for Luca Danju. Himself and Rosengrave battling for possession there. The ball is going to break back towards Adrian Toohey, who got those 3 fine points from frees for Beagh in this first half. Gets the ball long down into space where Dahi Kane is. Himself and Shane Byrne in a race possession. It's Kane who has it. He finds himself out around the middle of the field though. He tries to take on his man. Good play by Dahi Kane, still solely forward. Plays the ball low inside towards Joe Gantley, who tries to get away from Oisin Ivers. Ivers has the ball in his hand though, and Ivers is playing well. Gets the ball out to the corner back. That is Lorcan Heavey, and with that the Rachel David Staunton blows the half-time whistle. And Andy, it's been an interesting first half. A wind-aided Beagh are 5 in front, 13 points to 8.
It's a tight game now, in fairness, night after Kinvara kind of had that little bit of a dormant period there in the middle stages of the first half. They've really put the boot down again for the last kind of 5 minutes of that half. But look at overall, Beagh are still fighting. Probably not using their inside line Niall enough for me. I think they're kind of expecting a lot from distance, more so than close to go. But look, they'll be happy enough at half time. There's 5 in it, and a lot more to come.
Yeah, it's 13 points to 8 here. It's fairly delicately poised at half time. Kinvara had wind advantage in the first half. They lead by 5 at half time. It's Kinvara 13 points, Beagh 8 points in the first of the Intermediate Championship. Who have shown good form in this year's championship, and it's a scoring opportunity straight away for their wing back Tommy McKeown, and Tommy puts it straight. The ball is with the midfielder Niall Birmingham soloing through for Kinvara. Niall Birmingham with a chance. It's coming inside the he's a lively player as Luca going for a score. It's coming inside the post, it looks like, from our vantage point. He's side 2 points to 1 in arrears. Adrian wearing the number 6 jersey in the half back line, going for a score for Beagh. Great strike by Adrian too. Advantage in the first half as he takes this free, and Dara Helibert puts it straight between the post. That's between the posts. Could that be the commentator's curse as he puts this straight between the posts? Great strike by Adrian. That support player is Pádraig Conole. Conole is going for a score, and Conole, has he put it between the posts? Possession for Kinvara. Aidan is going to go for a score, and Aidan puts it straight between the posts. Good Dara Helibert. He's the space to go for a score here, Dara Helibert, and Dara Helibert does go for a score. Has it come inside the post? Luke has made the space now to go for a score. He looked to go off the left, he decides to go off the right, and he puts the ball. They're kind of a bit reluctant to kind of send that ball into Dahi Kane so fair, but they are creating the space inside. Maybe to start. Rosengrave, he tries to go past Matthew Rosengrave. Pádraig Conole still in possession, going for a score. Pádraig Conole has that man inside. If he can see Joe Gantley. He doesn't see Joe Gantley. He goes for the score himself. And he has it in his hand again. He goes back towards Evan Hunt. Hunt off the left hand side, going for a score by Evan Hunt. It's a good score. Getting a bit of attention anyway for who he is, but he should need to get into the game a little bit better. Great ball by Adrian. 45 metre line. He's aided by slight wind, you would think, in this first half as he takes this free for Beagh. Conor Whelan has been in possession in this game, and Conor Whelan is going for the score, and Conor Whelan puts it straight between to settle Kinvara again too. They're coming again with Aidan O'Hanrahan, and Aidan O'Hanrahan put he had which the wrong side the post. This one goes straight between the posts. Good score by Ty Keevy, and Kinvara. Yeah, 12 points to 7. Should be 12 points to 8 after this. It is straight between the posts, and the ball breaks back to him again. Helibert going for point number 4. Has that come inside the post from Dara Helibert? It has come inside the post. And you're all very welcome back to Kenny Park for the second half of the Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-final between Kinvara and Beagh. It's Kinvara who hold the advantage at half-time. It's the Beagh team who are out in the field though first. 13 points to 8, and like we've said about games all year, there's 5 between them indeed at half-time. The second half, the start of it is crucial for both teams for different reasons.
Exactly. I suppose for Beagh and Niall, they'll probably want to look to get a little better spread of scores now from maybe Pádraig Landers, Sean O'Loughlin. Joe Ganty's been tied down fairly well in fairness by Dean Ivers, and then on the Kinvara side just to probably, I suppose, be a little bit more consistent throughout the half and not kind of have that valley period that they had there in the first half, and probably get a little bit more in from Conor Whelan and the high skills that he has.
Yeah, not quite sure. Beagh gone to the bench over there. I think they are. I think this Beagh secretary out here in front of me is given the maybe given the signal to the fourth official that they are bringing on a sub at half time, and we'll see in a couple of minutes. It's 13 points to 8. As
could be Kevin Keehan maybe.
Is it Kevin Keehan that's in at the edge of the square? It looks like Kevin Keehan is in at full forward for Beagh. It looks like him in there, Andy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks as if he's into the full forward line for Beagh. We haven't been told who's gone off or anything like that, but there is a possible change on the Beagh team.
No, that's a different dynamic now for Shane Byrne there now to deal with Kevin Keehan, his experience, but his physicality in there, and I would imagine Beagh now might go a little bit more Mo Jarek now with that option inside.
Yeah, we'll just see here. I think the fourth official is putting up the sign. I think it's number 9 that's gone off. That is Donncha Lucy. Looks to be gone off the team. Joe Gantley has gone. Indeed, it's number 12 actually. Sean O'Loughlin has gone to the middle of the field. The mentors from both teams are coming off the field here, as we'll see. It is indeed, it's number 9 who has gone off. That is Donncha Lucy. And into the team comes number 20, Kevin Keehan, at the edge of the square. Dahi Kane's gone to wing forward as well, which changes the dynamic, as you said, Andy. It'll be interesting to see now. With Beagh with the wind, will they go route 1? David Staunton is ready to start the second half here. He's telling players to get back behind the 45 metre line before he throws in the Schlitzer. He'd be just as well off now just to throw it in and get the game started, as the 4 midfielders are in the middle of the field. Conor Whelan gone into corner forward, by the way, as well for Kinvara. An interesting move there. Kinvara win the throw in. They get the ball across the field looking for a Conor Burke. Conor Burke has the ball in his hand, and Conor Burke sprays the ball up towards Pádraig Canole. Good touch by Pádraig Canole. He's got 2 points so far. He turns his man. He's going to go for a score here, Pádraig Canole. This will be a lovely point by Pádraig Canole. It's a beautiful score by Pádraig Canole, made Andy by the touch. A ball by down the field by Conor Burke straight into his path. Good score by Pádraig Canole. A
serious score now to take that in. Some super skill. Just killed the ball with his first touch. Turned lovely feet and nailed his chance.
They're on the attack again. Aidan O'Hanlon sprays the ball across the field looking for Canole again. He's got the run in his man. Pádraig Canole has got Conor Whelan outside him. Kinvara lead by 6 now. Goes back towards Conor Whelan. Conor Whelan comes inside his man. Conor Whelan in possession. Conor has the ball now. He's under serious pressure. He's going to make the space to go for a score. He's got the score as well. Good score by Conor Whelan. He's been on the ball twice in this game. He's got 2 great scores, and all of a sudden there's 7 between them at 15 points to 8. Great start for Kinvara.
Very good second score, and under a lot of pressure from Tommy McKeown. I thought he could have maybe even got a free for himself there earlier on before he had to make the strike, but yeah, Conor Whelan very happy with that now. That's him rightly into the game,
and it's a big lead now, 7 points.
It's a big lead now, and it's they really need to get going now straight away, because any further that gets it'll be very hard to get back.
The ball breaks in the middle of the field sector. It's picked up by Niall Birmingham. Birmingham off to Aidan O'Hanlon. Hanlon has had a fine game. Good ball inside to Matthew Mears. Mears is opening up the shoulders, and it's going to be a free in though.
Call, yeah.
And a foul on Aidan O'Hanlon. And he's been impressive, Aidan O'Hanlon. He's got 2 points, but he's been a lot of ball.
Very impressive in fairness to Aidan O'Hanlon. They've all been. I think Niall Birmingham as well also had a big influence in the game. Now he's not scoring, but he's going through a power of ball all the time, laying out the hand passes. Like you said, Aidan O'Hanlon getting his scores. Conor Whelan is now coming into it. Luca Danju, who was kind of leading the line there very early on in the first half as well too, but then those last couple of scores as well too from Pádraig Canole. I think overall Kinvara will look to be that little bit more balanced than Beagh with their return of scores.
Dara Helibert will take the free. 2 from play, 2 from free so far for Helibert. He's looking for his 5th score of the day. Dara Helibert goes for the score for Kinvara. He makes no mistake. He puts it between the posts. That's 3 points in the early stages of the second half. We've 2 minutes gone of the second half, and those 3 points make it a double scores lead for Kinvara now, as the ball is pucked out towards this side of the field. 16 points to 8. Conor Burke tries to pick it up, and eventually the ball breaks. It breaks towards Oisin Ivers. He's had a fine game in the half-back line, must be said, for Kinvara. Ivers bursting out of defence. Good low ball inside towards Luca Danju, who's in front of his man. Danju has the ball now. Danju goes one way. He decides to go off the left-hand side, and that's going to be dropped short. The goalkeeper has it. The goalkeeper keeper is Stephen Divney. He's put under pressure by Conor Whelan, and eventually he gets the ball over towards the far side of the field, and the ball is won by Dara Burke for Kinvara. He's up in the half-hour line. Dara Burke going for a score. Dara Burke goes for the point for Kinvara. Has he got it? He hasn't. He's put it to the wrong side of the post. A guy who'd be no stranger to playing in the attack, as that ball is taken quickly by Stephen Divney. He goes to this side of the field again, looking for Dylan O'Malley. The ball breaks. Dylan O'Malley should go down with the ball. Dylan O'Malley has the ball. He tries to hand pass it forward, but the hand pass goes astray, and it's picked up by Matthew Mears. Matthew Mears goes low down this side of the field looking for a Pádraig Canole, but it's the corner back that's there, Darren Hines, and the ball goes out over the line, and the line ball is to Kinvara on this side of the field. Dara Helbert will take the sideline here, but he's got Conor Whelan in an ocean of space inside in the full forward line, and a one-on-one if he can maybe find him in there. I think that's what he's looking for. Tommy McKeown and Conor Whelan one-on-one inside. What's he going to do here? He's going to take his time actually, and Adrian Toohey has just stepped back into that position now as Dara Helbert takes the sideline. He looks for Luca Danju. Danju's in front of his man. The ball is going to break. It's going to be a free though. Soft enough free given against Matthew Rosengrave, the full back, but it's going to be a free into Dara Helbert and to Kinvara, and Dara's just going to take his time here. He's going to take a swig of the Budgel.
Yeah, he delayed a little bit on that line ball before Adrian Toohey kind of reversed back into the pocket to kind of close off the space in front of Conor Whelan. There was definitely a good one-on-one opportunity, but I think so far now in the second half, Kinvara have really just got back on top here in the middle of the field. Conor Burke is going to really exerting his influence here at right half back. As I mentioned earlier, Niall Birmingham as well too in the middle of the field, and anything that's come out from Beagh, they've turned it back, and they're getting the return a lot easier.
Dara Helbert will take the free. It's a difficult enough angle for Dara. He's been good at them so far. Is he going to score his 6th point of the day? Dara Helbert with the free makes no mistake. Beautiful free by Dara Helbert. It's over the bar. That is point number 6 for Dara Helbert, and 4 quick fire points sees it out to 17 points to 8. And in fairness to Kinvara, they've played the sharper hurling all through, and they've built a good lead now. And
they're consistently kind of trying to find that inside line there again. Lovely take from
Niall Birmingham again off to Matthew Mears. Mears is in possession. Mears is a great man to work the ball into a better player in support, and that player this time is Conor Burke going for the score. It's going to go to the wrong side of the post though, and that is a wide for Conor Burke. That's 5 or 7 wides I should say now for Kinvara. Stephen Divney with the free or the puck out. Stephen Divney goes route 1 looking for Joe Gantley. Gantley's underneath that ball, but he's under serious pressure. The ball breaks towards Joshua O'Connor, who tries to pick it up. Beagh needs scores at this stage, and it's Joshua O'Connor at centre half back who comes out with the ball, plays it forward looking for Luca Danju. Danju and Matthew Rosengrave in a race of possession. It's the Beagh man who's there first. Can he go down on the ball? And goes out over the line on the far side of the field, put under pressure by Luca Danju. It's going to be a line ball, and that line ball is to Kinvara over on the far side of the field. They have got the last 4 points, the first 4 points of this half. They got 5 out of the last 6 points of the first half, which means out of the last 10 scores, 9 have been for Kinvara, Andy. Yeah,
look at they've really started this second half now. They had a nice lead built up at half time, and yeah, but for me they're consistently trying to find that man, keep the ball alive, spread the ball back out and return it, and recycling, and they really are kind of settling the second half now, and they look to be pushing on with a nice comfortable lead.
Yeah, they have lost possession over there. It's a free out. The free out is to Beagh, and Adrian Toohey is interested in taking this. Will he go route 1 looking for Keehan, possibly at the edge of the square, as this free is going to be dropped long in towards the full forward line. It's a long, high, dangerous ball. It goes in towards the goals, but the goalkeeper Cathal Levy decides to let it off, and that is the first wide for Beagh. It just shows the strength of the wind there, that he was able to get the ball long inside towards the full forward line, and it ultimately went to the wrong side of the post and went wide as Joshua O'Connor is in possession. Joshua goes inside towards Pádraig Canole again, who looks alive in there in the corner forward position. Canola's got 3 points so far. He goes to pass the ball across towards Ty Keevy. He's got the support player in Dara Helbert. He breaks the line. Dara Helbert is bearing down on goal. He's on the 20-metre line. He's happy enough to take the point though, and Dara Helbert's 7th score of the day, his 3rd from play, and it means that Kinvara are 18 points to 8 in front, and even at this early juncture of the second half I should say, it looks as if Kinvara are going to be in the county final.
But now it's very simple hurling. Pádraig Canole there got his basics right, was able to take the ball into possession, spun it out. Next thing, Dara Helbert was making that run, and again the ball is always going to be popped out, which Kinvara have been doing all day, giving the ball to the better man, the better possession.
Evan Hunt is in possession for Beagh, looking for point number 3. Evan Hunt has the distance. Has he got the accuracy? He hasn't. Again, it goes to the wrong side of the post. They need scores, Beagh. They probably need goals, Andy, at this stage as well.
At this stage to stay alive now, definitely, yeah. But just I think overall their forward unit haven't really fired, and it's really putting a lot of pressure on their backs. And they're finding it difficult now to sustain that pressure from Kinvara.
Cathal Corliss takes the puck out. It's batted in towards the middle of the field, towards Joe Gantley. Gantley has the ball in his hand. Gantley lays the ball off to Evan Hunt. Evan Hunt tries to get past 2 Kinvara. He does. He's still in possession. His last effort went to the wrong side of the post, and this one has gone to the wrong side of the post as well, and that's another wide there for Evan Hunt and for Beagh. Michael Cummins, the coach for Kinvara, is just giving some instructions to his team out there as Cathal Corliss will take the puck out 8 minutes into the second half here, as the quick puck out is taken towards Shane Byrne. Shane Byrne is in possession. Shane has the ball now. Shane looks upfield and Shane looks again for Pádraig Conole, and Pádraig Conole has the run on Darren Hines, but he leaves the ball behind him here, and it gives Darren Hines the chance to come in, and Hines does well to come away with possession, and he's fouled there as he came out with that ball, and it's going to be a free to Beagh that they're interested in taking quickly, and it's Tommy McKeown who got the first point of the day. He's about to take the free. He's told to go back slightly as Adrian Toohey now comes in to take it, and Toohey, as we know, is a fine long range striker of a free, and they need scores now, Andy, don't they?
They do, and in fairness to Darren Hines, he's been under pressure obviously with Pádraig Conole there, but he had no choice to still go for that ball, so credit to him, he's staying battling. But Beagh, they've brought on Kevin Keehan there,
and Adrian Toohey fails to pick up the free. He can't pull on it, of course, and he tries to pull on that ball. It's going to break to him again though, and Adrian Toohey bursts out of defence. Adrian Toohey has the ball, he flicks it forward towards the runner, and that's Evan Hunt once again. Evan Hunt is in possession. Evan comes inside his man. Evan is going to go for score off the right hand side this time. He deserves one. He's got that one. That's a good score by Evan Hunt off the right hand side. That's his third score of the day. He's a fine competitor, a fine hurler. Good score. That's
a good score, and you can see the difference there. Beagh having to working so hard for those scores. I was saying there now that they've brought Kevin Keehan on, that presence in the edge of the square. They've hit very little ball into him at this stage, so they really need to use that option which they've intended to do at half time.
Cathal Corliss takes the puck out and he goes down the middle, 18 points to 9. It's a long high ball. It should be Adrian Toohey's. Adrian lets it bounce though, and eventually he has to pull on that ball, and it goes over to the far side of the field, and it's going to be a free out. I think there was a late tackle, was there, on Adrian Toohey, or did he just go down injured? But it's going to be a free out anyway, and that free out is going to the men of Beagh, and Stephen Diviney is interested in coming out to take this free, but Adrian Toohey
seems to have hurt himself there.
He just pulled on the ball. Did he seem to go over on his ankle?
Possibly, or maybe just a little bit of clip on his left leg.
Yeah, it's 18 points to 9 here. 10 minutes gone in the second half, and Adrian Toohey just getting some attention out there, and Beagh have scored 2 points in the opening in the last 12 minutes. Is it Beagh have scored 2 points? And the Kinvara men though have upped the ante sufficiently just after half time, and they lead now by 18 points to 9.
He's probably looking at goals now, let's say now at this stage, because like we said, they're just not firing, or they're just not fluent enough up front. Beagh, in comparison to the way Kinvara are able to work their scores, they're composed enough to keep it alive and get it out to the guy in the better position. But yeah, Beagh are probably looking to they surely need a goal at this stage now to keep themselves in the game.
Yeah, Adrian Toohey is up. Hopefully he'll be okay, and hopefully he'll be able to continue. Again, is this the rule he has to come off the field or something? Like, the man is injured, in fairness.
Seems to be hobbling out.
Is it going to be a throw-in ball? The referee has decided he's going to throw the Schlitter in.
Well, like Beagh did have possession
of the ball on the far side of the field, so I thought the rule was that if you had possession of the ball, that you would get an indirect free out. And I think
which is going to be
what's going to happen, in fairness now. Yeah, but I suppose I'm not too sure about the rule where a player has to come off the field when they're injured.
I think is that just with the helmet?
Yeah, it's the helmet. Yeah, despite the fact that he was injured, in fairness, the rule is he has to come off the field. But again, I'm not too sure about it really. As Stephen Diviney will take the free out, 18 points to 9. Beagh are going to the bench again. Stephen Diviney drives that ball long in towards the edge of the square. Keehan goes up for it. It's batted out though, and it should be a Beagh ball. Dylan O'Malley will go down in the ball. Dylan O'Malley has the ball. He got one good point in the first half. He sprays the ball across the field, but Kinvara have Matthew Mears in possession. Mears fails to pick it up at the first attempt. He picks it up at the second attempt, and he drives the ball into this corner again where Luca Danju and Pádraig Conole have been ever dangerous. Danju has the ball in his hand now. Danju goes past his man. Danju tries to go past the second Beagh man. He does. Is he on an advantage? He's not. He gets the ball off to Pádraig Conole. Conole looks right across the field in towards the hand of Dara Hillibert. Dara Hillibert has got Aidan O'Hanrahan inside him, but he's going to go for the score himself, and this one goes wide. Probably should have played it inside to Aidan O'Hanrahan, but I suppose when you're 18 points to 9 up, you can maybe take one or two of those chances on, and eventually Beagh come out of defence, and the ball is scooped forward, but Joe Gantley's in possession. Joe Gantley goes back towards Dahi Kane, but they've lost possession again, and it's Niall Birmingham off to Matthew Mears. Mears has the runner. That runner is Aidan O'Hanrahan. O'Hanrahan going for point number 3, and Aidan O'Hanrahan has put it over the bar. Good score by Aidan O'Hanrahan. That's 3 for him, and all of a sudden it's 19 points to 9. Good score.
Yeah, Kinvara are just very, very silky now. They're just very comfortable. They're very comfortable taking that ball in under pressure, and some very, very good footwork. I find it with their inside line as well too. They're very, very comfortable in possession, and they seem to be just coming across their scores that little bit easier than Beagh.
And Evan Hunt is in possession now for Beagh over on the far side of the field. He's soloing forward. He's got 3 points. Evan looks for Joe Gantley. Gantley has it. Joe Gantley plays it in towards Pádraig Landers. Pádraig Landers going for a score for Beagh. Pádraig Landers has the distance, but he doesn't have the accuracy. And I suppose the likes of Joe Gantley, Pádraig Landers, Kevin Keehan and those guys, they have been playing for a good number of years. They're vastly experienced for Beagh, aren't they?
Huge experience now, yeah. And again, like going back to that point with Kevin Keehan, they've plonked him right there at the edge of the square, and you know they're not accurate from distance at the minute, so they need to be using that option inside.
Ball breaks to Luca Danju. Danju has it. Danju has the run on his marker. Danju soloing forward now for Kinvara inside towards Pádraig Canole. He's adjudged to have over carry the shitter, and it's going to be a free out, and the free out is to Beagh, because there was a goal scoring opportunity there. He had picked out Pádraig Canole, but the referee has decided it's going to be a free out, as Stephen Divney is told to bring the ball forward. Conor Whelan just didn't get out of his way, and it looked as if Stephen was going to pull there, but he didn't. He showed his experience to gain the extra yardage.
Yeah, he kind of dummied a little bit to get those extra yards now. He sent that ball a long way in.
The ball goes route one in towards Keehan. It breaks out though into the path of Conor Burke. Conor Burke for Kinvara looks upfield, plays the ball out towards Dara Helibert. It breaks too though, and it should be intercepted by Joe Gantley in there, but he loses possession, and eventually it's Pádraig Canole who has it. Pádraig Canole has been a live wire in the Kinvara attack. Canole soloing forward. He's looking for support there. He doesn't have any. He has to keep going. He plays the ball off the ground. Will he go down it? He has the ball in his hand. Has Pádraig Canole. Pádraig going for point number 4. It's a great score by Pádraig Canole. He looked for a player, in fairness, in the better position. There was no one around. He played the ball off the ground, picked it up again. He puts over his 4th point. That's a great score.
Their composure is what's just so impressive for me, is that Pádraig Canole, he worked his way into the corner, turned back out, let it on the ground, took it back up, and decided then just to stroke it over the bar. So no, overall the likes of Luca Danju, all those guys, very, very composed.
Conor Burke is in possession. They look sharp, Kinvara. That ball goes inside towards Conor Whelan, who's got 2 points. He tries to take that ball out there, and Whelan has the ball in his hand now. Whelan has got 2 points. Is he going to go for point number 3? Conor Whelan spins off the right hand side. He's going to go for a score. He's had 3 shots at the post. Is that his 3rd point from the 3 shots? It is. Puts it straight between the posts. That's 3 efforts from Conor Whelan. The 3 of them have gone between the posts, and now all of a sudden it's 21 points to 9. And in fairness, Kinvara have been very sharp all day. Matthew Mears tries to block that ball. He can't do so. Toohey's gone up to the centre of forward position. That's Adrian Toohey looking for his 4th score of the day. He puts it straight between the posts. Point for Adrian Toohey. Good score.
Yeah, no option now, I'd say, at this stage now, just to push up Adrian Toohey and use his physicality up there. But that's Conor Whelan's signature point. Throws it up, makes the dummy, pulls it back onto his left hand side and up and under it, and good score for him now. Yeah, very, very accurate for the times he's been on the ball.
Yeah, puck out is is there going to be a free out, or is there going to be a Beagh sub coming on? The quick puck out is taken, and eventually the ball is cleared down the field, looking for Luca Danju. The ball is going to break though. Joe Gantley's back in the half back line now for Beagh, and he's chopped down there by Pádraig Canole, and that's going to be a free, and the free out is to Beagh on this side of the field, and Evan Hunt is interested in taking it. Beagh are bringing on a sub. It's the number 4 that's coming off, Darren Hines. He's coming off the Beagh side, and into the Beagh team comes number 19 for them. That is Aina Gantley, and that's Aina Gantley coming into the Beagh side, as Stephen Divney gets ready to take the free out. Stephen Divney will take the free out for Beagh. Divney goes long, route 1 in towards the goals. It's a dangerous ball. It's going to drop in there. It's gone over the bar. I don't know if it hit Kevin Keehan going over the bar, but it's gone over the bar all the same. It was Stephen Divney's long range free. Will we give it to Stephen Divney, or was it Kevin Keehan that was in there? It went over the bar anyway. It is 21 points to 11. That's 2 quick fire scores, but you feel, as we said, Andy, at this stage they need a couple of goals to get themselves into it.
They do, but they've got a little bit of life into themselves now with Adrian Toohey pushing up to 11, and
Joe
Sean O'Loughlin dropping back there.
Sean O'Loughlin, I should say, dropping back. The ball breaks inside towards Pádraig Canole. He's bearing down on goal. Goal scoring opportunity for Pádraig Canole to finish the game. Good save by the goalkeeper. Breaks out to Luca Danju. It's in the net. It's a goal for Kinvara. Stephen Divney did well to save initially from Pádraig Canole, and eventually the ball broke out to Luca Danju, and he flicks it in the net. 121 to 11 points. Game, set and match. Kinvara are on their way to the county intermediate final for the 2nd year in a row, and in fairness, Andy, they have been very, very composed all through.
I was just saying now that I thought Beagh were kind of getting back in their feet a little bit now, but with that break, next thing ball through, and it certainly put the game to bed, and it's gone beyond that, and I think they can Beagh do now at this stage is 10 points and 3 is 13 points at this stage. So yeah, it's a huge ask, and but overall now you have to say Kinvara more composed, more balanced. That second half there, Kinvara's half back line have definitely got on top to set the foundation.
Stephen Divney, the goalkeeper, is about to pick up a yellow card here, I'd say, from David Staunton, the referee. 121 to 11 points, and he's been spoken to. And is he getting the yellow card? I presume he is. And he has got the yellow card. That's Stephen Divney, the goalkeeper for Beagh. 1 goal and 21 points for Kinvara. 11 points for Beagh. We have 13 minutes to go here, and also being spoken to is
Tommy McKeown, I'd say.
Tommy McKeown is it, and I think the Kinvara crowd are clapping that one, because I think they feel that maybe he has been manhandling Conor Whelan, I suppose, maybe throughout this game and making it difficult for the Galway captain and the Kinvara attacker.
Yeah, and Tommy McKeown's been trying his best all day, but that's the calibre that Conor Whelan has. Then Anthony's come into his hand. He's that kind of a forward. Once he gets in his hand, he's going to score it.
Yeah, he's got 3 points from play, has Conor Whelan. 3 efforts at the post and 3 between the posts. It's 121 to 11 points. The ball breaks and Beagh have it, and the ball inside towards Joe Gantley. Can Gantley get there? He can't. And the ball is going to be won, is it, by the Kinvara, but there's a foul there, I think, on Joe Gantley. And it's going to be a free in to Kinvara. And as Micheál O'Hare used to say, would it be blasting operations for Kinvara or Beagh at this stage? Adrian Toohey is there. He has a fine strike of the ball, as we know. Will he be the man to have a go at this one?
I think they've no other option at this stage, so they need to get some sort of dynamite now behind them and hope for the best. But yeah, it seems, like I said, a big ask at this stage now. Just Kinvara be so composed, and Beagh just struggling really to get their forward line firing today. And it's really been the difference between the two teams. Anything that's gone into the inside line to Luca Denju, to Pádraig Knoll, to Conor Whelan, they've nailed pretty much all their chances.
There's another sub coming on. I think they were saying that Joe Gantley's day is over because of injury there, so it'll be interesting to see who actually comes on here.
Took a heavy tackle now, in fairness, and Joe Gantley, if he's going to go down, it's a hard hit.
He's a man that's given huge service to Beagh and to Galway hurling over many years, isn't it?
He's been a fine player, Niall, consistently year in year out, and he's kept himself in top shape for a guy of his age, and it's just proven that it really is only a number. Like, and I suppose Beagh, when they still have to have Joe out there, look at it, maybe a sign that a little bit tight for numbers and that, but look at you couldn't question his motive. He's everything he's done for Beagh over the years from a very, very young age, from 16, 17 years of age. He's been out there on that senior team for Beagh. 11
minutes to go here on the clock. There'll be a few minutes injury time. Joe Gantley still getting attention, but Kinvara, they lost last year's final. They were disappointed to lose against Tina Aberdeenary. They're showing a fair bit of maturity here, and they're playing a lovely style of hurling, aren't they?
It's really, really impressive. What their options off the shoulder. Their willingness to turn back out. Their calmness on the ball, as I said already. Just really, really intelligent, smart hurling. They're very, very fit. And they've a fine balance, but they've got a good balance also of that kind of power across the half back line with Josh O'Connor, with Conor Burke especially. Really strong men. And then they're getting that ball into those fast, lively forwards on the inside who can take it in under pressure, but obviously they're able to finish as well too, which is more important.
Yeah, Oisin Ford is coming in for Beagh, wearing number 18, and it looks as if it's Joe Gantley, the man that's coming off. And Joe Gantley just picking up that injury there. Looks as if he's coming off the Beagh team. 121 to 11 points. That's 24 points to 11. That means there are 13 points between the sides, and it's going to be a free just outside the 20-metre line. As Joe Gantley, a man, as we said, who has been part of the Beagh team for many, many years, he's coming off what looks like is it a shoulder injury. It looks like that he's coming off the Beagh team with. Adrian Toohey will take the free. He's just outside the 20-metre line. Toohey goes for blast, and it's at the back of the net. Good strike by Adrian Toohey. 1-4 for Adrian Toohey, and that's the response to the goal. Great strike, and he's now got 1-4, 121 to 111.
Exactly, and they've got that goal now, and with 10 minutes to go now, they have no other option now. Throw caution to the wind and just have a go at it, because they've just been that little bit flat, not got into any bit of a rhythm that's been consistent throughout the game. So they need to just have a go here now.
Michael Curtin is about to come on for Kinvara. The ball comes off Luca Danju, goes out over the line. Curtin is a good forward. He's coming in place of Pádraig Knoll, and in fairness to Pádraig Knoll, he's had a fine game. 4 great scores from play. Had a shot saved for a goal opportunity, and Pádraig Knoll will be happy with his 55 minutes work, you would say here. 121 to 111. He's coming off with 10 points between them. He had a great game.
Fine game now. Not the biggest of men in stature yet. He's still very, very young, but by God, he's well able to hurl.
Yeah, he's well able to hurl as Luca Danju tries to pick the ball up under pressure, and eventually it's Aidan O'Hanrahan who has it. O'Hanrahan loses possession there, but he's had a fine game as well. 3 points for him from play, and eventually Matthew Mears has it. Matthew Mears sprays the ball right across the field towards Michael Curtin, his first introduction in the game, and he loses possession there, and it's eventually picked up, and Beagh come out of defence with Éanna Gantley over to the far side of the field towards Dylan O'Malley, and Dylan O'Malley wearing 15, but back in the half back line now, looking for Kevin Keehan at the edge of the square. The ball breaks, and it breaks to a Kinvara man, and Kinvara are coming out of defence with their corner back in possession. He loses possession. That should be a score, though. It is a score for Pádraig Landers. It's gone over the bar. Good score by Pádraig Landers. Lorcan Heavey was coming out of defence there, lost possession, and it's Pádraig Landers who puts it over the bar, and a good score by him.
Yeah, a good score now, and get him into the game. He had a wild shot there earlier on that went to the left, and look, at a couple of minutes to go now, and they'll keep battling away at least anyway, as you'd expect Beagh to do.
8 minutes to go here, as the goalkeeper, Cathal Corliss, goes long with that one, looking for a Conor Whelan underneath that ball. The ball is going to break. It's battered into the path of Sean O'Loughlin there, who tries to pick it up for Beagh. He's under pressure there. The ball breaks out though, and Beagh come on the attack again, and it's 9 points between the sides as Evan Hunt is in possession. Evan has the ball now, and Evan goes inside towards the half forward line, but Lorcan Heavy's back there for his side. Lorcan Heavy's in possession. Lorcan Heavy gets the ball out towards Conor Burke, and Conor Burke gets the ball further down the field inside towards the full forward line, and eventually the ball is won by Dara Hellebert again. Dara going for the score, but this one goes wide, and that's a wide ball for him, and that is a 9th wide for Kinvara.
Yeah, I think Kinvara could do with a score now as well, Niall, just to settle things down a little bit now. They do have that 10-point cushion, 9-point lead at the minute, but just to settle themselves back again now. Yeah,
the scoreboard says 121 to 112. I think it could be 111 on the scoreboard, as we see Keane Pine is the man who's going to come on. I think for Beagh, if we look at their scoreboards, Stephen Divney's got a point, Tommy McKeown 1, Adrian Toohey 4, that's 6, Evan Hunt has got 3, that's 9, while Pádraig Landers, David Kane and Dylan O'Malley have also been targeted. So it is 112 actually that Beagh have scored, and it is 121 for their opponents as the sub comes on, and the sub is number 11, Keane Pine. He's the man who has come on, and it means that there's a sub coming off, and that is Luca Danju is the man coming off. So 121 to 1 goal and 12 points so far in this game, as Luca Danju comes off. 9 points between the sides, as Michael Curtin is in at the edge of the square there, and he's half tripped up there, but Stephen Divney decides to go route one with that one for Beagh. It's a long high ball in towards the edge of the square. It's going to break. Who's going to come onto it first? Beagh have the ball there. Kane loses possession though, and it's eventually Lorcan Heavy who's going to get there for Kinvara. Lorcan Heavy, wearing number 2 over on the far side of the field, has the ball in his hand. He's under serious pressure, and off his left hand side he gets the ball out towards the middle of the field, where it's picked up by Evan Hunt. Evan Hunt has the ball for his side. Evan Hunt looking for his 4th score of the day. Evan Hunt going for the point, and Evan Hunt, was he fouled? It's going to be a free in to Evan Hunt and to Beagh.
In fairness to Beagh, they're battling away there, and Kinvara have gone just a little bit flat now up front, and they've made the changes with Luca Danju coming off there and Pádraig Canole as well. So they're looking to reinvigorate there a little bit with Michael Curtin and that. But in fairness to Beagh, all credit, they've pushed up Adrian Toohey. They've really put the pressure on now, and they're fighting to stay alive.
Yeah. As this free is taken by David Kane, and David Kane puts it between the posts. Good score by David Kane, and that means now it's 121 to 113, we think, as David Kane puts that ball over the bar. Good score for him. That's his 2nd free of the day. The Beagh scores, I think Stephen Divney got a point from a free. Tommy McKeown, Adrian Toohey, Evan Hunt, David Kane, Pádraig Landers, Dylan O'Malley, they've also been in target, and it's going to be a free out, and Stephen Divney is coming from the goals here. If they could get a late goal here, it could get them right back into it. We're back to 8 points at the moment, 121 to 113.
Yeah, Kinvara totally gone flat now on the scoreboard in the last couple of minutes, and Beagh just, they're still battling. Obviously they're working very, very hard to get these scores, but yeah, they probably would need that goal to put the real squeeze on Kinvara and put a little bit of pressure on them heading into the last few minutes.
Divney takes the free. It goes in towards the edge of the square. Is it going to be kept in play? It is. It breaks out towards David Kane. Kane tries to go down the ball. He's gone very close to the sideline. The ball breaks to Kevin Keehan. Keehan sprays the ball right across the goals. It's a dangerous ball, and Pádraig Landers is in possession. And will Pádraig just tap this over the bar? Pádraig is in possession for Beagh. He will try and go for the score, and Pádraig Landers, has he put it over the bar? He has put it over the bar. Good score by Pádraig Landers. That's his 2nd score of the second half, and it's 121 to 114.
Back to 7 now. Niall face the puck out again and turn it back, and Beagh will be looking to go again.
Here comes Cathal Corliss with the puck out. We have 4 minutes to go plus additional time. I think Joe Gantley may be interested in possibly coming back on again, as that ball is gone route 1 over to this side of the field, and it's won by Beagh again, and it's Tommy McKeown who's in possession. Tommy has the ball. He plays it across towards the cornerback. That cornerback is into Toohey, and into Toohey launches it down the field looking for Adrian Toohey. Toohey is out in front of his man. Adrian Toohey has the ball. Adrian Toohey is in possession. Was his hand held there? It was held. It's going to be a free in, and a chance here all of a sudden to bring it back to 6 points.
Possibly now, yeah, and keep going again, as I keep on saying, face the puck out and turn it back. In fairness, Tommy Cohen had a good win of the ball there.
It's brought in to a more advantageous position now, and a chance here for David Kane all of a sudden to bring it back to 6 points, and Joe Gantley has the helmet on again. He's coming back in.
Yeah, so that they're fighting, and they're not giving up too easy at all, as you would surely expect anyway from Beagh.
David Kane takes the free and puts it over the bar. That's 3 points for David Kane, or Dahi Kane, and it means now it's 121 to 115, and this puck out is going to come from Cathal Corliss. We were saying the game was over when Kinvara got the goal. I think they went 121 to 10 points in front at that stage. And all of a sudden now that's down to a 6-point ball game. The ball is going to be won by Beagh again. They're on the attack, and eventually the ball is played out towards Evan Hunt. And of course Kinvara have taken off both Pádraig Connell and Luca D'Angelo, two guys who are playing very well in that inside line, Andy.
So they seem to have gone away from what they were doing now and getting a huge return from where they were getting that ball into those spaces on the inside line. And here comes Stephen Divney again now with another chance.
Yeah, he's going to launch this in front of the goals, you would think. There's a Beagh man in space if Stephen Divney can pick the pass to him. He's not going to do that though, as Evan Hunt is putting on the helmet here. There's a yellow card here for Aidan O'Hanrahan as well for Kinvara. And Aidan O'Hanrahan is going to pick up the yellow card. And Stephen Divney will take the free for Beagh. And he just launched this one down the field, you would think. And Stephen Divney does exactly that. It goes in towards the 20-metre line. Up they go forward. And Adrian Toohey takes it out of the air. Adrian Toohey tries to go past his man. He loses possession. Good defensive play there by Shane Byrne it was. And eventually the ball is cleared down the field. It's out towards Ty Keevy. Ty Keevy in possession. Ty Keevy gets the ball inside towards Michael Curtin. Kinvara probably need a score now, just to settle themselves again. And Michael Curtin is in possession. He takes on his man. He uses his pace there to take on his man. Curtin going for the score, but goes across the post. It goes wide, and that's the 10th wide I make it for Kinvara in this game. They were on 13 points at half time. They're now on 121. We have 2 minutes of normal time to go, plus whatever additional time will be added on. As Stephen Divney takes the puck out. 1 goal and 21 points to 1 goal and 15 as the ball is pucked out to the far side of the field. Dylan O'Malley drops the ball out of his hand, and it gives Aidan O'Hanrahan the chance to come in, but O'Malley has it for Beagh. He gets it inside towards the full forward line. It's good play there by Oisin Ivers, and Oisin Ivers is fouled there by Adrian Toohey, and it's going to be a free out, and the free out is to Kinvara. Have they weathered the storm somewhat, Sandy?
I think so, and in fairness, Ivers very early on that first half as well too, for a guy that wasn't down to start. He did very, very well on Joe Gantley in the first half. And he's kind of been tasked now with dealing with Adrian Toohey as well, and super defending there in fairness from Kinvara. Up front Michael Curtin is lightning pace, so they just need to get back to using that pace inside and moving that ball in there a lot quicker.
The free out is to Joshua O'Connor and to Kinvara. 6 points between them, 121 to 115. He goes over towards this side of the field. He looks for Dara Hellebert, but it's won by the Beagh man. It's Sean O'Loughlin who wins it, or indeed it's the wing back number 7 James Walsh who wins it, and he launches it down the field. There's going to be 5 minutes additional time, and the ball is with Oisin Ivers. Oisin is in possession now. Oisin looks for Matthew Mears there, put under pressure. The ball is going to break. Who's going to get there first? It's Matthew Mears who has it for Kinvara. Matthew now has got a support player outside. He's winding up for a score himself, but it's a poor effort by Matthew, and it goes into the goalkeeper, and Stephen Divney has it. And Stephen Divney just goes down the middle of the field looking for Dylan O'Malley. O'Malley tries to turn his man. He hadn't the ball in his hand when he turned though, and it gave Kinvara the opportunity to get back into possession. The ball is with Conor Whelan. He's blocked down though. Good tackle by Dylan O'Malley there for Beagh. We have 5 minutes additional time. We are into that 5 minutes additional time as Kinvara are going to the subs bench again. They're about to bring in Liam Martin, number 24. Liam had a fine campaign last year for Kinvara, and he's about to see action in the last couple of minutes of this county championship semi-final. It's won by Matthew Rosengrave. Rosengrave gets the ball off to Dahi Kane. Kane going for a score from out in the half back line, but it's going to drop short. It's a dangerous ball in towards Kevin Keegan. Can he keep it in play? Keegan can keep it in play. He's put under pressure in there in that full forward line, and he has the ball in his hand. He's trying to burst his way forward now. He plays the ball across the field, and it's going to be a free in and a chance here to bring it back to 5 points with 5 minutes to go.
It was innocuous enough affair, maybe a little bit of a slap there from the Kinvara defender.
It's going to be a free in, isn't it, to Beagh? And the Kinvara man is down injured. That Kinvara man is Joshua O'Connor wearing number 6. I didn't see what happened there. And Kinvara bringing on a sub. Liam Martin is coming in for Aidan O'Hanrahan.
In fairness, Kinvara, they haven't been afraid either to make the changes. Kind of gone a little bit flat now as from the kind of the power they had there early on at the early stages of the second half. But in fairness to Beagh, to bring that lead all the way back to 6 now, and I was just a few minutes to go. They do need that goal definitely to give themselves any real chance. But here's another one for Dahi Kane now.
There's 4 minutes to go. We've 31 minutes played. Dahi Kane has a chance to bring it back to 5 points here. Dahi Kane has brought it back to 5 points. That's his 4th free of the day. They've gone from 13 points down to 4, I think. All of a sudden, the goal that Kinvara got, it gave them a big substantial lead, but in fairness to Beagh, they got the goal back straight away from Adrian Toohey, and all of a sudden it's 121 to 116 as Cathal Corliss will take the puck out for Kinvara. They've made a lot of changes. They've taken off three guys who've scored a goal and 9 points from play. As that ball is pucked over towards this side of the field, it's going to break, and it's Sean O'Loughlin who tries to pick it up on the half back line. He's put under a lot of pressure there. He's trying to burst out of it. He has the ball in his hand. Sean O'Loughlin, we saw his brother Keane in action last week. He gets the ball forward towards Dahi Kane, who's in front of his man. The ball is going to break. Can Kane get there ahead of it? Joshua O'Connor. He can't. Joshua O'Connor is an opposing figure, and Joshua has the ball. He's trying to burst out of defence. Joshua still bursting out of defence for Kinvara. He flicks the ball forward in towards Oisin Ivers in space, or indeed it's Liam Martin. Liam Martin with the point effort. It goes in towards the goals. It's going to be caught by the goalkeeper Stephen Diviney, and Stephen Diviney plays the ball out towards the wing back. The wing back at this moment is Dylan O'Malley. Dylan O'Malley is in possession, and Dylan O'Malley launches it in towards Kevin Keehan at the edge of the square. Keehan goes up. Keehan has the ball in his hand. Keehan tries to take on his man. He loses possession though, and Oisin Ivers is on the ground though. He loses possession. It's picked up by Adrian Toohey. Toohey has it. He's trying to burst his way forward. Adrian Toohey has got a goal and 4 points. Flicks the ball back to Evan Hunt. Evan Hunt is going to go for the point. Evan Hunt puts it over the bar. We're back to 4 points. 121 to 117. 2.5 minutes to go.
Now, in fairness to Beagh, they're fighting all the way to the very end, and they'll surely be kicking themselves, and they look back on this and say, why didn't we get going a lot earlier? Because they really are taking the fight to Kinvara, and so far in the last maybe 7, 8 minutes now, there's been very little response from Kinvara. So Beagh really, they just have not given up, considering they were 13 points down at one stage. So in fairness to Adrian too, that move up to the centre forward now has really made all the difference for them. He's given them such power and such pace there. He's a real danger threat.
Yellow card for Joshua O'Connor. We have 2 minutes plus 2 minutes to go in the 5 minutes of additional time. We may have another one because there's been a couple of stoppages to play. The wall is won by Beagh again. They're coming on the attack. Beagh are only 4 points all of a sudden behind, and it's the centre forward who has it for Toohey. Toohey tries to get the ball across the field. It's going to break. Matthew Rosegrave tries to go down, but Kinvara have it with Dara Helibert. Dara Helibert has picked the sliotar off the ground. It's going to be a free from the middle of the field. There's a hurdle thrown there as well, and I think it's been brought forward, and this could be back to 3 points, Andy.
This is surely going to be a massive worry for Michael Cummins if they manage to get out of jail today, and Michael Helibert, because there's been a complete fold here now in the last 10 minutes from Kinvara with very little response across their half forward line. Conor Whelan has been very, very quiet overall. They've taken off Pádraig Knoll, Luca Danju, their main threats on the inside line, and gone away from what has been so good for them. So look, at Beagh really probably left it a little bit too late, but we'll see how this ends up. You would not know what happened.
It was 121 to 10 points when they got the goal, Kinvara. It's now 121 to 118, a goal and 8 points without reply now for Beagh. We're back to a 3-point ball game as Dahi Kane puts that over the bar. We have a minute of the additional time to go. 121 to 118, I think the scoreboard is now. Is it 3 between them, Sean? As that ball is pucked out and it goes long down the field again. It's won by Beagh, who tried to come away with defence. Conor Whelan has it though. Conor Whelan tries to go down the ball. He loses possession. He's put under a serious pressure, and eventually it's won by Matthew Rosengrave. Rosengrave inside towards Evan Hunt. Hunt is in possession now. Hunt is soloing forward. We're not quite sure whether there's 3 points or 4 points between them as that ball goes inside looking for the wing forward, and Beagh have it with Dylan O'Malley. He's bearing down on goal. He loses possession. Good defensive play there. The ball breaks back towards Adrian Toohey. Toohey has the ball in his hand. Toohey trying to pick it up. The Beagh men are appealing for a free there, but it's going to be a free out, is it? It's not. And Beagh have it with Dahi Kane. He's pulled to the ground. It's going to be a free in, and this one will probably be launched in towards the edge of the square. I think it says at 117 or 118. The scoreboard now says 117. So we're not quite sure what the score is at this stage. 118, I think it is. I think it's 118. It's 121 to 118 by our reckoning anyway. And it means that the 5 minutes of additional time have been played.
The Beagh forwards have to be in here now as quick as possible from this shot, because he's going to have to go for the goal.
They're actually looking at the scoreboard and they're saying, possibly appealing, that there's 3 points between them, as this free is going to be taken by Adrian Toohey on the 20-metre line. He's at an angle. He blasted the last one into net. The 5 minutes are up. Adrian Toohey goes low. That one, he's flashed it straight between the posts. It goes over the bar. Adrian Toohey at 1-5. We make it 121 to 119 now. It's gone to 19. There's only 2 points between them, and the 5 minutes of additional time are up. A goal and 9 points. Without reply for Beagh. Will there be one final chance? The 5 minutes of additional time have been played. We're into the additional time, and there the referee David Staunton blows the full time whistle, and Kinvara have hung on, and we didn't think we'd be saying that about 10 or 15 minutes ago, that they'll be hanging on to win by 2 points in the end. 121 to 119. Kinvara in the final, Andy, the better team overall, but you got to credit Beagh at the end there. They came with 1-9 without reply.
Better team overall, and I'll definitely look at that last 10 minute spell there is what's going to keep the Kinvara management up for the next 2 weeks, definitely, because that was nearly an almost catastrophic collapse there in the last 10 minutes. Now they couldn't win a ball in their half forward line, but credit to Beagh, then they'll go away and say, why didn't we start sooner? Why did we give Kinvara such a head start? Probably just not that kind of influence overall, Niall, from midfield up for Beagh. Tried very hard at the back, in fairness. Matthew Rosengrave, they had to push up Adrian Toohey in the end, Niall, but just left themselves with too much to do.
Beagh are in the final, and as you said, Andy, they'll have a lot of work to do.
They'll have a lot of work to do now. You can't afford to go away from what you were doing so well. getting those scores inside. You know, Pádraig Canola was a real
was
handful.
it a mistake taking off Danju and Pádraig Canola, because they had been going very well?
I think it was. You know, I think it was overall their decision to move away from moving that ball into them is what cost them more. You know, they kind of paid the price then for them not moving that ball sooner. And then when it came to then they put it onto Michael Curtin's shoulders then to do the same thing as well. And if he had nailed that chance, I suppose, that he had, probably might have taken that little bit of pressure off at the time. But look, they got out of jail. It's a good wake-up call for Kinvara as they head into that final, but something that'll really that's going to trouble the management team.
Yeah, it is something that's going to trouble the management team. It's all over there. They're in the final though. They'll have a chance to rectify maybe the last 10 minutes today of the final. But they have won here in the end, Kinvara, by 2 points. 1 goal and 21 points for Kinvara. 1 goal and 19 points for Beagh in the Intermediate Hurling Championship semi-final. Kinvara are in the final. They will play either Meagh Aircourt or Ballygar in that final in 2 weeks' time. They're back in their second final in a row. They've won by 2 in the end, 121 to 119. Who have shown good form in this year's championship, and it's a scoring opportunity straight away for their wing back Tommy McKeown, and Tommy puts it straight. The ball is with the midfielder Niall Birmingham soloing through for Kinvara. Niall Birmingham with a chance. It's coming inside them. He's a lively player as Luca going for a score. It's coming inside the post, it looks like, from our vantage point. He's side 2 points to 1 in arrears. Adrian wearing the number 6 jersey in the half back line, going for a score for Beagh. Great strike by Adrian too. Advantage in the first half as he takes this free, and Dara Helibert puts it straight between the posts. That's it, between the posts. Could that be the commentator's curse as he puts this straight between the posts? Great strike by Adrian. Player. That support player is Pádraig Canola. Canola's going for a score, and Canola, has he put it between the posts? In possession for Kinvara. Aidan is going to go for a score, and Aidan puts it straight between the posts. Good Dara Helibert. He's the space to go for a score here, Dara Helibert, and Dara Helibert does go for a score. Has it come inside the post? Luca has made the space now to go for a score. He looked to go off the left, he decides to go off the right, and he puts the ball straight.
They're kind of a bit reluctant to kind of send that ball into the Hurricane so far, but they are creating the space inside. Maybe to start.
Rosengrave, he tries to go past Matthew Rosengrave. Pádraig Canola still in possession, going for a score. Pádraig Canola has that man inside. If he can see Joe Gantley, he doesn't see Joe Gantley, he goes for the score himself, and he has it in his hand again. He goes back towards Evan Hunt. Hunt off the left hand side, going for a score by Evan Hunt. It's a good score.
Getting a bit of attention anyway for who he is, but he should need to get into the game a little bit better.
Great ball by Adrian, 45 metre line. He's aided by slight wind, you would think, in this first half as he takes this free for Beagh. Conor Whelan has been in possession in this game, and Conor Whelan is going for the score, and Conor Whelan puts it straight between
to settle Kinvara again too.
They're coming again with Aidan O'Hanrahan, and Aidan O'Hanrahan put the head which to the wrong side the post. This one goes straight between the posts. Good score by Ty Keevy, and Kinvara. Yeah, 12 points to 7. Should be 12 points to 8 after this. It is straight between the posts. And the ball breaks back to him again. Helibert going for point number 4. Has that come inside the post from Dara Helibert? He turns his man. He's going to go for a score here, Pádraig Canola. This will be a lovely point by Pádraig Canola. It's a beautiful score. Has the ball now. He's under serious pressure. He's going to make the space to go for a score. He's got the score as well. Good score by Conor Whelan. 5th score of the day. Dara Helibert goes for the score for Kinvara. He makes no mistake. He's been good at them so far. Is he going to score his 6th point of the day? Dara Helibert with the free makes no mistake. Beautiful. Dara Helibert. He breaks the line. Dara Helibert is bearing down in goal. He's on the 20 metre line. He's happy enough to take the point. Evan is going to go for score off the right hand side this time. He deserves one. He's got that one. That's a good score by Evan Hunt. Now O'Hanrahan going for point number 3, and Aidan O'Hanrahan has put it over the bar. Good score by Aidan O'Hanrahan. Pádraig Canola. Pádraig going for point number 4. It's a great score by Pádraig Canola. He looked for a play. He's going to go for a score. He's had 3 shots at the post. Is that his 3rd point from the 3 shots? It is. To the centre of forward position. That's Adrian Toohey looking for his 4th score of the day. He puts it straight between the posts. Take the free out for Beagh. Tierney goes long, route 1 in towards the goals. It's a dangerous ball. It's going to drop in there. It's gone over the bar. I don't know.
They do, but they've got a little bit of life into themselves now with Adrian Toohey pushing up to 11, and
Sean
O'Loughlin dropping back there.
Sean O'Loughlin, I should say, dropping back. The ball breaks inside towards Pádraig Canola. He's bearing down on goal. Goal scoring opportunity for Pádraig Canola to finish the game. Good save by the goalkeeper. Breaks out to Luca Danju. It's in the net. It's a goal for Kinvara. Adrian Toohey will take the free. He's just outside the 20 metre line. Toohey goes for blast, and it's to the back of the net. Good strike by Adrian Toohey. 1-4 for Adrian Toohey, and that's the response. With their corner back in possession, he loses possession. That should be a score, though. It is a score for Pádraig Landers. It's gone. as this free is taken by David Kane. It's over the bar. Porrick is in possession for Beagh. He will try and go for the score, and Porrick Landers, has he put it over the bar? He has.
And they're not giving up too easy at all, as you would surely expect anyway from Beagh.
David Kane takes the plate. Dahi Kane has a chance to bring it back to 5 points here. Dahi Kane has brought it back to 5 points. That's his 4-3 of the day. They've got 4 points. Flicks the ball back to Evan Hunt. Evan Hunt is going to go for the point. Evan Hunt puts it over the bar.
We'll see how this ends up. You would not know what happened.
It was 121 to 10 points when they got the goal. At an angle, he blasted the last one into net. The 5 minutes are up. Adrian Two, he goes low. That one is flash. Time are up. A goal and 9 points. Without reply for Beagh. Will there be one final chance? The 5 minutes of additional time have been played. We're into the additional time, and there the referee David Staunton blows the full time whistle, and Kinvara have hung on, and we didn't think